Time to do a Haru Urara run. The goal for this run is just to get a end closer Haru Urara because I want to train an Ogre Cap to be on dirt as a late surger. We're going to be using Silent Suzuka as a parent for her stamina and her mile aptitude. I also have a gold chip with really bad sparks, but I'm using her for that end aptitude. We're aiming here for at least 600 stamina and max out as much as we can on speed and power. You'll notice I got a 3 limit break Kida-san black. She's better at 4, but it frees up that French slot for another max limit break SSR. Very nice to have. Right now as I'm building my support tech, all I'm looking for is specialty priority and some good skills. Specialty priority comes first because I'm looking for stat sticks. Skills come second. Right now I'm just checking all my speed cards for the specialty priority, what they would be at if I leveled them up. Twin Turbo only has a 20 specialty priority at 0 limit break, so not worth using for me. It's the same story with Ancient Flash, no good skills and it's low specialty priority, it's not worth using for me as a stat stick. King Halo is a crazy card, I have her at 2 limit break, she ends up with 45 specialty priority. She also has good friendship bonus, training effectiveness and initial friendship gauge, so she's definitely going in there as a stat stick. My other 2 speed cards are Sweep Tosho and Silent Suzuka, they're only there as stat sticks. My other 2 cards are Power, I have Daitaku Helios, there for the mouse skills, specialty priority, she has great mood effect, race bonus and fan bonus. Power to max limit break Vodka, she's great for Mile and she's an amazing stat stick. The goal for the junior year and the classic year mostly is just going to be leveling up your friendships. I got pretty lucky early game, most of my support cards ended up in my preferred training, speed, and if they weren't, they were on wit, enough to give me chances for more turns. You want to avoid resting as much as possible, but sometimes you just can't help it. Luckily I didn't have to do it too much in the early game, but I wouldn't risk it failing a training so early. In keeping with the same idea of avoiding sleeping, when you have support card events, you want to make sure you choose energy if you need energy. If you don't, then go ahead and waste it. But your energy is better spent either training or doing races. If you don't know what options to pick, I'd suggest just using the training event helper on Game Tora. Sometimes you'll see me just staring at the screen, but I'm not. I'm checking what the options do. As we near our make debut, most of our friendships are at green or near green, which means we only need about 20 more friendship on each. And you get 7 per training and 5 if you have a hint, so we're not too far off. For the race, just go front runner regardless of your aptitude and you'll win. It's not hard. Super easy first place. Put her late surger or in closer and she might get blocked. That's pretty much any Uma in the game. If you put her in front runner, then they win. Now we get 25 turns to the next goal, which is great. Doesn't have any bonus for speed or stamina. She does have a 10% power and a 20% guts, but we won't be using guts. So we're going to be getting most of our stamina from either support card events or our power training. Now all that's left is to get our friendship up with our support cards. You can ignore any rainbow trainings because all of our facilities are level 1. At this point in the run, I see that I'm very lucky with my support card placements. Everybody's on speed, I get friendship training, and I get to level up my facility. For Sweet Tosho's chain events, how it just hits top. The bottom one gives you minus mood, and the second one it gives you Lone Wolf, which is good maybe if you want to do a specific PvP build. But I don't think it's worth it to drop the mood over getting some skill points. Here we even ignore some of the friendship training, a double friendship training, only because our facility is low and we need to get our cards up. Here we just can't ignore it. It's not enough cards on other ones to level up. Might as well go Wit if there's no better training. Here I chose Energy just because I wanted to keep training. You only need, I think, 1, maybe 2 cards up to get their friendship training, and now you can see we can start going hard into it. It's leveling up our speed, leveling up our power facility. Here I don't see any good training, so I do check the races, but we don't have any races for Haru. So I'll just go ahead and hit up a wit training, see if we can get some better ones the next day, and we do. Get a double friendship training and speed. But we still do need our 3,800 fans. Eventually that'll come up. But for now, it's just hitting those stat sticks. Finally reach our first inspiration event. We're hoping for a ton of stamina, mile aptitude, and end closer aptitude. We only get a bunch of stamina, which is alright. We still have another inspiration event. But spoiler, I don't get it there either. So we're right back to just farming stats. This is what stat sticks are for, just to hit friendship training. Here I somehow failed an 11% training. Would have been nice to have, but forces me to do a race next round just to see if I can get the mood up. Do need the race anyways. It's not the end of the run, it's not even that bad. You'll see me gamble a lot on the bottom. I don't think I ever won the gamble. You have a chance to waste less energy, and it's late June. I wanted to have enough energy for summer training, but it doesn't matter. You're probably going to use 1 recreation anyways. Amazing training here. That was just beautiful. I'm so glad I didn't fail. But now we're back to training again. We already have fans because of those 2 races and our race bonus. Always pick the top, it gives you power. Bottom one I think is guts. Not worth it. Here I don't see anything worth failing training for. I already am leveling my facilities, so they won't be too far off. You see me contemplate a lot. All I'm doing is just doing the math in my head, which one has more training, which one's more worth it. Speed I think is always going to be ranked a little bit higher, just because it gives you power. I don't need a lot of stamina, but I do need some. Go ahead and rest. Right here, I don't see a training worth doing, so I go ahead and see if there's a race I can do. Because racing gives you skill points and some stats. And since we're building a PvP Uma, I do want a lot of skills. Coming up on our goal here, we should have this one and the next one passed. I actually get lucky. I didn't have any good trainings and I checked the races and I had the Champions Cup in early December. That one's a really good one. It's a G1 race. Mile and dirt. And our training just keeps on giving, so we shouldn't have too much issues with it. So here it is, early December. Nothing stands out. I go check the races and there it is, G1. There's also a really nice G1 in November, the JVC Sprint. Early November. Very useful for boosting your fans. You do need 12k, but it shouldn't be too bad as long as you're doing races whenever you don't have trainings. So here she goes, she hits that 2nd place. Not bad, 7,000 fans. Good little boost. Would have been nice to win first, but can't always win them all. And here we are in New Year's. I did sleep right before New Year's, so I decided to get stats just to pad the rest. I need some guts, need some wit. Good training, and then we're at the raffle, we get some carrots. Would have been better to get almost anything else, of course besides tissues. Hot spring ticket is the best one, but it is rare. Easily passed our goal race, had no issues, didn't even think about it. Here, speed training wasn't that crazy, it only has 1 card, so I decided to go for the hint. Skills are always going to be a good thing. Last run of Haru Urara had no skills, so might as well get them when I can. Another race, once again just put her front, she's going to win. If it does end a run, just use a clock, she'll win. It's an RNG thing. Get our rest in, amazing training. Of course she fails at 6%, it's just how it goes. Right into inspiration, once again we're hoping for stamina, mile, and didn't get it, just got our stamina. Nothing crazy. I like to bring up our mood because now that we have our facilities leveled up, we have our friendship training, the mood bonus does a lot more. Here we go ahead and pick stamina because we're not training it. Then we go ahead and get home stretch haste from King Halo. I like it. I don't know if everybody likes it, but I like it. I think it's a good skill. Go ahead and rest, get some friendship training in. Here we start going a little more into power just because we need that stamina. We need stamina that comes from power. Like I said, the goal earlier is 470, but that's with a gold skill. So anything higher is just a bonus. You get some good energy from this. And then even though training looks alright, I go ahead and rest just because it's right before summer. Report cards aren't friendship, but they still give us a nice bonus. We choose power. Same thing happens in the next turn. Great bonus. Now it's a race day, just go ahead and race. It's an OP. We've already won G1s, nothing crazy. As long as you trust Yuruma, everything should be fine. We go ahead and do speed. Luckily we're still in summer. Gonna have to rest here. Nothing we can do. We're getting really good support card events, a lot of good hints. Go ahead and do speed, finally level up to a level 5 facility. Here we go ahead and boost our wit, because we're not training it. I always want to get those stats you're not training. We're already nearing the end of the game. Professor Curvature, nice to have. Actually amazing. It's like a swinging maestro, but for speed. Unrestrained, nothing crazy. It's front runner, not gonna use it. Go ahead and do this. Now we're coming up in Arimakinen. Here we get a event with Suzuka. Pick the top option, speed, stamina, wit. Otherwise it's left-handed, but most of our dirt tracks can be right-handed, so nothing we need. But to say nothing crazy again. Pick power just because we need some stamina, mood down, who cares. Now we are in Arimakina and just race. Don't have to watch it. It's gonna get 16. And we're on to the URA finale. At this point, just you can either cover your stats or just boost all of them. I think I'm fine. I got that 470 that I wanted. And if you win, you get a bunch of stats. You get more if you have the director leveled up and if you have the journalist. I forget her name. You want to buy some stats here, you're not going to be getting any more hints. I never do, just in case, but I did buy corner recovery. It's always going to proc. Qualifier, easy, no problem. Like I said, I'm pushing speed, I have enough power. 900 is the target. Here, go ahead once more, 3 lengths, no problem. Now we're at the finals. It's our last training, so just hit wit, no need to rest. We're finally done with training, it's just the races. I decided to watch just because, you know, it's the last race. I always decide, might as well watch the last one. So here we go.
晴れ渡る空の下行われる京都レース場ダート 1800URA ファイナルズ決勝16人の馬娘たちが挑みます。現在1番人気はマルゼンスキー、2番人気を紹介しましょう。ミホのブルボン、注目のハルウララ7枠14番での出走。
私が一番期待している馬娘、気合い入れてほしいですね。
ゲートイン完了、出走の準備が整いました。スタートです。各馬娘、綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いはマルゼンスキー、ミホのブルボン3番。さあ激しい先行争いで前に出たのはマルゼンスキー。早くも激しい競り合い、外から行くミホのブルボン。1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かって行きます。さあ期待に応えてマルゼンスキー、逃げる早くも先頭ミホのブルボン。並んでくる激しい先頭争い。3番手1馬審査16番、さらにはハッピーミーク、ハルウララ並んできた。少し離れてアグネスターキオ、向こう上面に入って先頭からしんがりまでおよそ10馬身。マルゼンスキー快調に飛ばして行きます。 現在1番手はマルゼンスキー、続いてミホノブルボン、3番手にはサンバ、そしてその外から行ったのは16番、内でハッピーミーク、さらにアグネスタキオ、そしてその内ビワハヤヒデ、その外並んで8番、それを見るようにハルウララ、オグリーキャップ、外から行く、少し後ろから6番、さらに外エイシングフラッシュ、内の方から13番、5番、続いている後方2番手に10番、最後方15番、第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。
馬娘たちがどう動くか目が離せません。
この直線で勝負が決まるぞ。まだ1馬身以上の差があるぞ。残り400、ミホノブルバ追いすがる。最終コーナーを曲がって最初に立ち上がったのはマルゼンスキー。マルゼンスキー強い、強すぎる、完全に抜け出した。残り200、リードを開いていくマルゼンスキー。逃げるマルゼン。
She went ahead and lost. She got boxed in. Front runner with a late start. She got stuck. It's gonna be the same story with this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit it out.
輝く太陽のもとに今スタートが切られました。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切るコーナー。最初に駆け抜けてきたのはマルゼンスキー。マルゼンスキー強い、強すぎる、完全に抜け出した。残り200、マルゼンスキーこのまま最後まで行ってしまうのか。マルゼンスキー足色を衰える。マルゼンスキー
I got frustrated here and decided to just view. I knew she could win it. She had the stats. She just needed to stay in front. Lost to Marzensky twice, but regardless, that's the career. We get a bunch of stats for winning, a bunch of stats for the friendship. Hopefully a URA spark. After all this, just gotta decide our skills. Wasn't really paying attention to what skills I got during the run, just clicking on hints whenever I needed them. But we have 1,257 skill points. We ended up with 1,000 speed, 968 power, and just enough stamina. So, 1 gold stamina skill. One thing I didn't mention is that when you put Haru Urara on end closer, her unique skill procs a little more often. You saw that in the first race. Didn't watch the second race, but it did happen. And in the third race, well, we skipped that. So we go ahead and look for a bunch of end closer and a bunch of mile. We didn't get a lot of mile. Vodka didn't put in that work, but we got enough. Enough to use our skill points. I only now just noticed I maybe should have tried to get ramp up instead of straightaways. Don't know how that works, but either way, came out on top. Good skills. Now it's time to see what sparks we got. We have pretty good stats. Okay inheritance. 1G1, maybe URA. But it's the classic. 1 wit. End closer. We were hoping for dirt. Wanted to train a hoodie cap, but you get what you get. Now let's go ahead and speed this back up. It's just the ending. Just gotta check if the end was good, if we made something better. Now we go ahead and bring up what I used to see if my Umas are any good. I go ahead and get my team trial Uma, my PvP, current Uma, put their stats in, put their perks in, their aptitudes. Do the same for the second Uma, the one I just trained. Stats, very good stats, I think. Don't think you need much more stamina. I think you have 1,800 miles, well, meters. So after this, we go ahead and check how we do, how we hold up. Over here, we're checking the reference document to see what races we can see in PvP. It takes me a little bit to find it. As you can see, we get the majority at 1800, majority on right-handed, and I'm not reading that out. I don't know if you can read that, but it says positive numbers means UMA 2 is faster. UMA 2 is the one we just trained. So from what I can see, she's maybe slightly faster. Definitely faster when it comes to the 1800, which is the majority. So I decided to just put her in. That's the end of the run. Any feedback would be appreciated in the comments, but thank you if you're watching.